Welcome back to another battle, everybody. I am C-Money. I'm a Grandmaster level Risk Global Domination player, and today we are playing Progressive Capitals on the Skull and Crossbones map. We are playing as the green player out of the 6th position, and this map is being featured here today on Tier List Tuesday. Tier List Tuesday, the series on the channel where every Tuesday I take a look at a new map on the Capitals meta settings. So those settings are, as you can see here on the side, auto setup, 6-second turn timer, expert AI. If we had an AI, because it is inactivity behavior of neutral, we got portals and alliances off, fog and blizzards are on, we got balance, blitz dice, and no rank restrictions as well. This is, again, Skull and Crossbones Capital Conquest. Looking at my cap choices, this 4, not bad. With the blizzards that we've got here, it's a little bit choky because of this middle blizzard. So I think the 5 is going to be the best result default. There's at least a chance we hold this bonus over here, and we have good poke in access to the left side of the board. A little bit worse on the right hand side, and could get card blocked on the back here. It's a 1, 2. There's an extended 3-point card block. We got red up here on the 2-point +2 up there. We're still gonna go here. Maybe red is a little bit nice to us and doesn't cause too many problems, and maybe they get too greedy trying to clear out the material behind them. Worst case, I hold this bonus, or best case, I hold this bonus. Worst case, we don't. I will review the kind of shape of the map, the bonuses that we got here, and what we're working with in total. We got 44 territories. There are 3 blizzards down to 41. It is 2 territories larger than the classic map, which is the one that I like to use as our points of reference. We have 7 bonuses. St. Bonnie, Easton, and Lafitte are +2s. We have the +7 New Barbarossa at the bottom of the board. Rackham is a +5. Corsair a +4. And Morgania a +3. It looks like the white player going to be trying to play for the +7, which I think is definitely the bonus that people have the most trouble holding. We've got blue up in one of the +2s, and 2 of the 3 +2s are 1-point holds. The blue bonus, a 1-point hold from Lost Souls here. We have this bonus in the bottom right from San Valenzuela is a 1-point hold there. And then this +2 here is Hoagland Harbor and Pueblo de Oro. Double +2 hold there. 2-point +2 rather, I should say. Black keeps his troops stuck into me there, which is just lovely. Keeps them eyed right at me. My cap's not going anywhere, pal. Yellow looks to be the player in this bonus down at the bottom and might actually win it. Some very aggressive dice rolls. Actually manages to hold or to win and hold. I've got to decide what I want to do with my troops. Red likely just takes his whole bonus, but could get bad dice. Presumably attacks into here first. All right, red is smart. Red is a smart player. I'm going to go 5 here. Let's go 6. I don't trust black having this here. But this is a split bonus. I don't know why you would go for the middle bonus here. I actually have the best hold for the middle because I control the split. White is pointed at me here. We're gonna go for vision here. Just gonna get this way. Got a little bit of red over here. I don't know why white was hitting down here then. I'm gonna roll a 5 on 2. Because I'm gonna try to sneak this bonus from red. I'm going to leave the 4 down there. We're gonna bring this 2 up. And this way red might know I've taken this, but maybe he doesn't. I rolled this material down. Maybe this helped white get his material out. He absolutely smokes red's material on the left-hand side there. White is a peculiar opponent, that's for sure. Blue does not yet have this bonus. So despite clearing the material behind their capital, does not have the bonus. We do a good job of clearing out of here. Black does not have pathing back to the left-hand side here through my capital, unless he was trying to absolutely throw the game. But this map is interesting. This is actually my 2nd attempt at recording this. I had the first attempt go into a very, very deep late game that I I placed second, but man, it was like 35 minutes of boring to end the game, and I just didn't think that was the kind of video I wanted to put forth for people. We'll see how this one plays out. We might just have to, if this one plays out similar, we might just have to speed it up. But I kind of like how we're poised so far. Yellow comes up into the red bonus here. So I think at the bare minimum, yellow obviously has that bonus down there. At the bare minimum, he's holding troops here instead of his cap. I thought his cap might have been a step back, but let's see what red does. Does red insta-break me? Red does insta-break me. So I can't trust red. That's what that tells me. That's for sure. But at least it lets me consolidate. And I'll pull back this way. So we're not going to hold this bonus. Red is not interested in the art of holding his own bonus. And maybe he thinks he won't because he knows yellow's cap down here, so he's just inconveniencing me. Thought red might have been a better player than the way he's playing so far. White continues to keep troops off cap and make bizarre plays at the bottom of the board. I don't know why black has kept this 5 here either. I'm not sure what his prerogative is. I'm never going to let him hold this middle bonus. And the only way he's getting... Yeah, he's going to try to take the middle bonus here. We're not going to allow this. This would be foolish of me to allow. He actually tried to hit something there and lost all of his troops. Is there a cap to the left? There might be a cap to the left. Or he just got really bad dice on like a 3 or something. The other problem is yellow might break me here. So again, if I get broken on this next turn, white quits. White quits after black hits. Black might have taken the white cap. Because if black's capped on Redbeard's Rest and white's on Van Leer Lagoon, there's a possibility yellow just got 1 or 2 caps off that play. That's dangerous. And red continues placing all of his troops up here. Is going to break me. No, he hits yellow. Maybe he saw something that I didn't. Okay, so maybe yellow wasn't capped here. Interesting. Red must have 2 caps now. Yeah, well played by red. Black is still here. I want to see what's on the left-hand side here. White is quit. What do we have over here? Got a little bit of yellow. I don't really want yellow or black over here, so I'm going to remove both of them, because having the left side of the board with just a fight between me and blue, I think is probably my best bet. Black has this cap? What? He had so much material elsewhere. Wow. Alright, so black has the 1 point, but blue's behind him. I wonder if blue's been completely removed. I also wonder if yellow is completely capless, or yellow only has the... See, the problem with red's play there is if yellow does have white's cap and is heavy stacked on it, he's going to sack right back into red, probably. Blue continues to get cards. So blue... I mean, this map's not that big. We know yellow had this at least for a brief time. Could be some material behind white over here. No, yellow is completely capless. Wow. Wow. Okay. And white quit. Strange. Yellow's here. Doesn't get a card. I think he's trapped behind red. Red's going to get free. I shouldn't have removed him. I didn't realize he was completely capless. I thought he had taken white's cap. Red is going to kill him for the cards and have a lot of board here. This is going to be a tough position to play from because red has kind of the driver's seat on the side of the board. I'm going to start committing into here to see what I can discover. Red has allowed me to continue holding. It's also possible yellow is actually trapped back here behind white. Now we've got blue over here. Alright, we have found the rest of blue. I would like to trap blue behind black, and blue is holding the bonus here. Problem is, this is the issue with this map and how many 1-point holds and potential kill guards there are on this board is and very easy card blocks is you have to be very, very careful if you put somebody in an infinite trading zone, or alternatively if you let somebody else hold way too much of the board. So like if I do remove blue, then he gets stuck behind black and they can either infinitely trade in there, or alternatively and more scarily, I'm forced to be the player that deals with red. I don't think blue will deal with red, but that option is there. Now, this is a great play by red. Allow yellow to take an additional card because you're just going to kill him on the next turn anyway. I've really been impressed with red's game so far. Clears his bonus. Now, the risky play is leaving him alive back here. Yellow's on 4 cards. Blue is on 5. Let's see what we see here. Aha. Very well played by blue. So, black is screwed. Black is unequivocally screwed in this game. Because blue now has the... So this is what happened. This is why yellow is capless. Yellow took the white cap. And I believe also tried to keep his own capital. What ended up occurring is that the red player took yellow's capital. The blue player had a really heads-up play and took yellow's capital. Still has their capital behind black, which admittedly was not a very good capital to begin with. The cap behind black, but it doesn't matter. If you're able to hold an external position like this, you're golden. So now what we need to be on the heads up about is where all is white, because once the trades are worth it here, the white kill is going to be worth it. We do not see black's rolls. Black takes this bonus. I'm not inclined to break black. He hits white there. He knows white's down here, so and that fortified in. Okay. So he should have everything up here, because I think that came from the top. I know red has taken... On the last turn, red took the bonus behind him. I think yellow is stuck behind red and doesn't set in. That's a foolish play by yellow to not set in there. This might end up giving me a better trade in, though. If red kills yellow here, we kill white. Otherwise, I'm holding off on killing white. Yep, there's the yellow kill. I don't understand. If yellow had a set there, I don't understand not using it. I think that's very, very strange. But he is out. White has flagged. Red's going to fortify this cap up nicely. This is good, though, because this gets me a slightly better trade in. And I know that everything's been cleared, so we should just be good to go in terms of removing the... Actually, I can trap red on the right side. Red is actually very card blockable. I didn't even realize that. He gets 4 cards off of me here, and then he's stuck. That's actually super good. Okay. So that is my card for... or that's for the fortify. That's why I did that. And there's the white kill. That sets me in immediately. Leaves me on 3 cards at the end of the turn. Red will be a card ahead of us. But this is good for protection purposes. Because I can just sit here. Now I have an incredibly strong capital. And red's only cards now are going to be off of me. I hope blue doesn't get greedy. Yeah, blue and I can just trade down here. That'll be good. Blue and I can just trade down there. We have a set on 3. We don't need it. I would like black to lock his cap up. With higher trades, a kill on black would be potentially profitable, but I worry about a 3-player game in not having a common enemy between blue and I. If I don't know that red becomes that common enemy. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about taking any of this back. And red could get me to trade with him, but I don't have any inclination to do that. We trade entirely with blue. Yes, blue is the 2 capital player, but my goal here is that because he's defending 2 caps, red might try to slam him instead of me. Blue trades now. Does blue try to kill black? Does blue have lines to kill black? Yeah, this cap is very, very strong. The issue with killing red is if there are 2 caps directly next to each other here, he's not going to be cheap. I don't have this bonus. Anyway, black does not want to lock his capital off. Trades are how high? 25? Maybe I could kill him. Probably not, though. Now there's the interesting predicament for red, which is how far do you go up here? Because I'm not going to give him cards. It doesn't make any sense for me to. He doesn't have any cards elsewhere. I'll give blue an extra card here, I guess. I don't really want to trade with both of these players, but if I can create a spot where all 3 of us trade, that might be nice. Red has locked that cap off. That was 36. I have to imagine the other one's similar. If we see the number jump to 3, that's when we really start getting interested in killing the red player. But yeah, red got stuck behind caps. This white cap actually was not that bad. A little choky over here. My cap in the middle of the board, I've got access to everything right now. Got access to blue if I need it. Once red opens me up, I'll have access to red. Blue's predicament might end up coming in when does black try to remove him behind there. I think black just plays as a cap stack Andy here, and that's what we see. But I do like this map. I think it plays out almost similarly to the classic map, but with 3 Australias instead of 1, in which 2 of the Australias are connected. Kind of a funny way to think about it. We trade in now. I kind of have to take my card off of black here. Eventually, blue's just going to get to our little trading zone. I've lost my extra troop. Was I even getting an extra troop at all? I briefly was getting an extra troop. I have since lost my extra troop. We're going to trade these bad boys. And soon, blue will be right in here in the trading zone with us. And then the 3 of us can just trade, and eventually red will get snuffed out here. Red's going to have to make a move on somebody, and it's probably not going to be me because blue has to split himself between 2 capitals. I am much stronger than black right now. Got the black kill guard in here. Both blue and I have that. Red obviously does not have access to that. And this is going to be red's last card, unless he takes blue's capital. I'm going to remove the kill guard for my own morbid curiosity here. Wow, well played. I don't know how red or blue didn't have this better defended. That is very bad. That is very, very bad. Like, incredibly very bad. How do you lose that? That is unbelievable. Red doesn't have a set now. One of these caps is tremendously undefended because that had to have been expensive. Blue was fortifying 25s over here, like every trade-in. I should be able to get one of these for free, even with... Oh, is black going to hit the big blue stack, though? Yep. He is. And blue is cardless, but blue is also super weak. I think I can afford the battle against red here. Gonna break me? No, he goes down. Blue quits. Okay. So blue just straight up quits. I think I gotta try to snuff out red. I think that's my best play here. How does he have these all so well defended? 72. I'm just taking the extra ground. I needed an advantage over this player. I need an advantage over him. I know I could have kept cards back here, but I want to be able to card block him, which I can do. It's a 1, really 2. 1, 2 plus caps. And then I can trade with black. Obviously breaks me. If he makes this easy for me, that's exactly what I wanted. I don't know why you'd open me up like that. Yeah, take all these cards, brother. Give me... Keep going. Please keep going. Let's try something. Shoot. Black. Ah. Alright, that's fine. I don't know how red must have gotten the best cap roll of his entire life, because he did not have that many, he couldn't have had that many troops. The fact that he had 32 down here, I mean, yeah, he got an extra 14 troops, but 68, he had 24 up here, 32 down here, would have had 18 before that turn. Good, set in. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, come roll me out of here. Early trading is exactly what I want from a player like this. Take all you want, dude. You're not going to get anywhere. Unless he comes and grabs this bonus or something. Is that his goal? Black might work with me. I've been pretty good to black this whole game. I don't know why you would split there. You have decent pathing already. Yeah, he's going to play for this bonus and sit here. And black's not going to be able to break him. He's going to fortify right back to this, and that's going to be an expensive break for a card block. Yeah. All right, black, I guess you and I are trading. I'll also open you up to this since you see it right in front of you. What would be decent of him is to open the same thing back up to me. I don't think he's going to, though. I think he's going to wait till 5. I don't even have a set right now. He actually almost opens me up. We're going to take this card here. Red's caring too much about the bonuses. I mean, he's getting 20 troops. It's a pretty worthwhile bonus, but the trades are also pretty massive. And we're very, very close to a card block. We're 1 territory away from a card block. And he opens my pathing. If I had a set, I'd be able to whack his booty. That's a mistake. That is a bad mistake. Ooh, I don't like that at all. All right, let's give it a shot here. Black might be able to come take my cap. We're going to take the risk. Well, no. Guess it's not that bad of a mistake. He backed up. I don't have the troops to hit that right now. I'm wondering, does black take blue out behind him? Might be too expensive. And he doesn't trade in off of it. Could come roll my cap. Be a quite the betray of trust. Yes. Yes, black. You don't even have to set the card block. That is totally fine. Now, I want red to trade in first, but this is also good because red's going to be mad at black. I don't want to set the block when I assume he's going to have a trade. So, it's not in my best interest. Well, I'll set the block. Start the block set up top. I'll hit here. That's fine. So we got a decent sized cap. I'm about 80 troops larger than black, which is unfortunate for him. He's taking larger beatings than I am. And we have a set. Perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. I can trade with him and we can win the game. I want red to set now, but he might not. Okay, he does. He sets too early. That's perfect. And I'll take the beating this time. I'm totally okay with that. Question is, do I have enough troops to even get through him? Well, we're going to try. He quit. He just straight up quit. Oh my god, he quit. Oh, that is so wimpy. I wanted to actually work with this black player. Now I'm going to have to kill him. Well, he's going to be basically even with me after this next turn. I need to leave myself with cards. That's what I need to do now. And I need to gain this Van Leer Lagoon capital. Because if black's smart, he's going to card block me. He won't be able to come take this. So he actually just removed a bunch of the cards that he's going to even be able to have. Unless he won this. Did he win this? He did not win that. That is good to know. With red quit, I need to do everything in my power to card block black. Force him into blue. Make sure I can get the kill here. Yeah, that's smart. That is smart for sure. This cap can't be reached unless he goes through that, so... I'll completely take off this cap because red quit. I can't believe red quit because I was going to card block him. Doesn't even try to break it. He had a ton of troops. Fortifies up from the bottom. Alright, he's got one more card down here. Then he has to start hitting me or blue. I don't want to hit the cards on him yet if I don't have to. Leave the 4 here for the card on the next turn. Now he comes up into me. Yep. I need to absolutely get this capital here, because then I can start taking cards off of him. And he's forced to set before me. Problem is, how high are the trades? He might win this. It doesn't matter if he wins this, because he's going to have to come hit this after, right? Yeah, it doesn't matter if he wins this capital because he can't win both capitals. So I don't care if he hits this. It stinks that he's might win it, right? That does stink. But then he spent all of those troops. The downside is he's going to have the cards off of blue in the back. Benefit is he's going to expend all of that energy to hit this. And I'm not sure it's a guaranteed cap roll. It is not a guaranteed cap roll. He feeds it to me. He feeds it to me. He fails the roll, has to take a card up top. So we get the cap now for free. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And now we can start setting the card block on black. That's how you got to use the board to your advantage. I got a little bit lucky with the dice there, that's for sure. I don't take red's cap back there yet because I need this cap to be secure, and I don't want to lose the troops on my next trade-in. That's when I'll do it. I do not want to lose the troops. So he's going to take a card off blue now. That's his last card. Or he sets in and takes a card off me, but I think more than likely he takes this card off blue that I don't believe he took earlier because he wanted to have a cap card. He might kill blue, though, if he can. Triggers a trade. No, he does not kill blue. Okay. I don't want to lock... Well, I'm going to have to lock that cap. That's okay. 18-18. Cool. I don't think he's getting enough. Sets in and takes the card off that anyway, but won't be able to get the cap behind it. I think this game is won. I think it would be very, very difficult to lose this at this point. And I think he knows that. I'm just playing carefully because I know how strong his capital is, and he's going to have 100 extra troops here, even when he takes a card off of me. And I don't want to overplay it. I don't want to play it too fast. I know that that's frustrating to watch, but it's the safe way to make sure I win the game. I would not be surprised to see him holding troops back here. I guess he rolled the blue capital. We'll see if he jumps from 10 to 12 on the next turn. He'll get the 2 cards off of that, which is something I have to be careful of. I am going to roll the red capital right now. My 210 should be safe. We'll have 4 extra cards off of red here in the back that we don't need to keep any troops on. So we lost... he's getting 13. Yeah, he did roll the blue capital. We lost 87. We went minus 26 there, which is fine. But this has gone swimmingly. I do like this map quite a bit. I think it has a nice balance of card block opportunities and still not being totally tiny. And kill guards are interesting. It's a shame that red quit because I wanted to have the dual block with black. But unfortunately, we're just going to have to win. Let's get these up to 20. He is going to get a forced trade-in on this next turn because he... Yes, because he only has 1 card left. So this will trigger a trade for him. He'll break me down here on the 20s. He's getting 110 troops, so I do have to be a little bit careful when I open him because it's going to be really easy to fortify off onto like the Nabahi coast here. Oh, okay, he had 1 more card. I didn't realize he had 1 more card back there. I thought he only had the 2 before that, but he'll be forced into a trade before we will, for sure. Now we're on 5 cards. I believe he removed red over here. I didn't double check that, but I think he would have taken that card earlier if he hadn't. So I think we're pretty safe to assume this has been clipped out of here. He's not going to kill blue right away. It's very intriguing. Could have a set on 3 here. We're going to leave our cap open. It's our cap card there. Get this up to 250 just for safety. Just in case he has extra troops on this next turn. 14 now. The interesting thing is I can basically force him to take the last cards. Right? So what I mean is he kills blue here. And I can do a little confirmation to confirm that he does not yet have, because he's going to trade in here, obviously. I could do a little confirmation play that he can't get the red cards, because I can make sure he has to take a card off of something else. So I don't need these red cards right now. I can keep this card back here for myself. And just double check to make sure. Just a little double check to make sure that if he does have a red card elsewhere for some reason, that he takes it. He's fortifying off capital right now. He has a very large capital. I have to anticipate that he's putting it right here. So what we are going to do is after we take the card in front here, if we see a huge stack, we're going to kill, set in, and blast. That's exactly correct. Kill, set in, and set on the next turn. Actually, you know what? Which way am I going here? I just need to make sure he can't get through either cap. In case he was hiding a set. But I knew that's exactly what he would do, right? I knew he was going to hide stuff. Because this player's pretty good. I think Black's at least a master level player. And just got screwed over by the fact that blue cap behind them. He stuck with it. That was 300 of his troops. But I know he had at least probably close to 500 after that blue trade in up here. So I can't be certain that that's not removed. I wanted to make sure the huge stack was removed because I do not want to give him an extra card. I hope he doesn't quit because I thought this player was pretty good. If he quits, I think he's more than likely maybe expert. But I'll take it. We've got so much scattered down here. I'm just going to fortify these back to cap here in a second. And we're on 4 cards. We have a trade in if we need it. It's going to be a shame if he quits because I was really hoping we'd have an attempted break. He actually can break. Got to blitz it at this point. I don't think you have time to slow roll. I didn't realize that he was still getting 14 troops per turn. So he wins the blitz. All right, well played. Well played, sir. I didn't realize that he can likely break this on the next turn because I forgot to put troops here. All right, I know I'm going to have cards, so we're going to do this and make sure he's forced to break me with his trade-in. Reason I put this here instead of here or back on cap is that I want to force him to trade and hit the 40. I don't want to force to trade and hit the 108. If he hits the 108, this is fine. I can come off cap. Fortify down. Maybe he leaves himself some extra troops down here, something like that. Fortifies off cap. That's another strategy. Problem is he has to make sure his cap's not too weak. So I probably shouldn't have set in early there, but that is okay. We've got these 40s here that he's going to run into in a second anyway. So let's go. Just gonna make this take a little longer. It's alright. He's not on a trade right now. And I'm getting how many per turn? He's getting 14, I'm getting 24, so. Smart move would be to dip up into here. Just got to kind of reconstitute the block. I messed that up a little bit. Yeah, he does dip up into here. Split's not going to have the effect that he thinks it's going to, though. I have too many spots I can hit right now that don't open up his capital. So at this stage, I just take this back. He's going to fortify off cap into it. All right. He's trying to flip it back onto me, but we're just going to see what kind of dice we can play with here. I don't think he can get through this. Yeah, I should have just set the... I shouldn't have traded in. I should have just set the troops where it was so I could have responded to his trade-in. But that's okay. Just takes a little bit longer. Apologies, everybody, for the delay here. That was a mistake. That maneuver right there was a mistake. That allows me to force him to trade in. And reset the block. So he has to trade now, and I'm on 5 cards. I just get to respond to it, and that should be the game. My cap is locked, but again, card counts, it's going to be a little bit too much here. So, question is, where does he choose to break? And does he pull enough off his cap once he breaks? He also doesn't know my fortify which way I went here. He might think I don't have enough back here. I mean, we've both whittled each other down a little bit, that's for sure. But I have a card here. He didn't split his fortify. I'm also on 5 cards. And he's not going to be on a set on this next turn, so I basically get a default block unless he fortifies basically his entire stack off. Which I don't think he's going to do. How big do we think this cap is? He doesn't have a trade, right? So I don't want to win this roll. Which I can't. No, you know what? I don't... I want to fortify this one. Don't have a set here either. Just going to try to slow roll to 20. Fair enough. I respect him trying to break it, man. It's the right play. And maybe you get good enough dice. I need to start stacking these larger here in a second. Assuming I get through this, I need to stack larger here. Because that's the reason he's still trying, right? I obviously, and I think he knows that I don't know how much is on his capital, and I can't take that risk, so I need to continue playing the card block game. Otherwise, does he back that up? Backs it up completely. He doesn't even try to reposition it, just completely backs it up. I'm just bringing these back to cap, just in case he pulls everything off and tries to make one last second run. I think at this point, I think the writing is on the wall for this player, and it would be kind of him to just pull everything off. I'm not going to take cards in an unknown spot, which this is, until I have a trade in to hit it. So I know that he just did a pretty quick fortify. And because I know he did a pretty quick fortify, he could have fortified right in front of me here on Port Regal, ready to retaliate on whatever I have here. And my cap's not open, so I can't stop it. So I'd rather be on a trade-in so that I can go in knowing that if I need to mash something, I can mash it. Which now I know I don't need to mash something, but at least this way I can try to find it. I didn't see a fortify swing down below, so this should be curtains. The decent thing here, guys, by the way, if you know, like at this stage, I think he should know that I'm not going to mess this up, and maybe you don't, right? I got a Joker on 4. Maybe you don't know that the guy's going to mess it up. I'm trying to be cautious because I want to make sure I win. I don't want to accidentally discover a 250 cap that could then get really good dice and cap run. So there's no sense in me risking that. And he's seen that I'm defending my things a little bit better. I'm not opening up unnecessary spots. I've got 1 or 2 more cards before I'm forced to open up his capital. And we have a trade, I believe, without the Joker, hopefully. We do not have a trade without the Joker. Okay. This should be enough to just win. But we're going to play... We're going to play 1 more turn. Just to make sure I can. Doesn't have a trade in. I bet he backed all of his troops up, if I'm being honest. Yeah, that's what these guys do. Good game. Well played, and a big old thumbs up to you, sir. Yeah. Will he have the decency to say good game? He will not. I want to position this so I can see how many troops it is. 220. All right, if I went a turn earlier, I don't know that I have it. I don't think that's a guaranteed cap roll. But GG's to the black player, stand-up guy. Took us a little bit of time to reset that block after maybe a little too early of a trade-in. Grandmaster level player. All right, blue is a master as well. I don't know how. This is a really pretty good lobby. Intermediate on yellow and red. I actually think everybody had pretty decent caps. Even red's cap locked up in the corner. Let's take a look, everybody, at where this one stands on our tier list. I've got our left monitor capture over here. This is an image of the map. So we had a blizzard right in the middle here. And then I think, we had this one down here, right? And the side, that was inconsequential. I quite frankly don't remember where the third one was because it didn't impact a whole lot either. Maybe this spot next to my cap. I think that might be right. So anyway, the reason, so red was back here. I was capped here, had the split guard. We had the original white cap here, yellow tucked behind that, and turn order. Well, it was white first, blue, black, yellow, red. So yellow chose this cap behind white, seeing white's cap, which is bizarre. I liked black's cap. I think that's a really good spot. The 1 point hold on the top left. Blue picked a questionable capital, but maybe just didn't have good options throughout the entire board. But if you don't get one of these middle 2 blizzards here that cut the middle completely in half, you get really interesting board. I mean, this board was interesting regardless. I actually like this map quite a bit. So definitely, you guys saw it in this video, tons of card blocking opportunities. Bonuses are not overpowered by any means, but they definitely help accelerate you a little bit further into the game. So a solid result here on Skull and Crossbones. I think this very well has the possibility of being the best map of the Pirate map pack. We'll take a look at the other 2 when we get there. But I do like this one better than the classic map. I think I like it better than Forsaken Lands, World Conquest Classic Frozen. I think it falls... Let's see, Qing Dynasty has the middle. I don't think there's one given spot on this board that is more overpowered than any other spot, which that middle bonus on Qing Dynasty is very strong because of the attacking over the wall. So we're going to put this just at the top of B tier, right behind Reverse World. I think I like Reverse World slightly better because I think the bonuses are a little bit more meaningful. They provide, the board's just slightly more open than this one, but I really like Skull and Crossbones, and I hope you guys check it out too. It's a solid map, and if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, everybody. As always, I have been C-Money. Thank you very much for watching Tier List Tuesday. We'll be back next week. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.